And a good stick by Tomas Hertl to knock it away.
This looks a little bit like Game 3 where Colorado came out with great legs early.
Mark Stone drops it back. Braden McNabb. And it's tipped wide by Nick Dowd right at the top of the blue paint. Theodore to McNabb. Another lob ahead. Stone's behind the defense. He's in alone. Mark Stone scores! And Vegas leads 1-0.
Games for Mark Stone. Power play goal in Game 3. This long lead pass, it's like a quarterback throwing to a receiver. This thing was perfect. Stone didn't have to slow down.
Fine line, especially in the playoffs. Off the draw, Landeskog, and that's blockered down by Hart. Backhanded in behind the net by Manson. Well, his first goal of the playoffs in his 8th playoff game of this season was the second goal for Vegas in Game 3. Hannafin put it on net. A takeaway by Howden and alone, and a good stick by Blackwood.
Man, that was sharp. He knew where there's only so much room to go. And as Howden tried to cut across, Howden took it away.
Blackwood's a big man like so many of today's goalies. 6'4", 225. 29 years old from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Back up much of his career, but Colorado gave him a big deal to be their #1 goalie.
Nowhere near the same team without Nathan MacKinnon. They weren't in Game 3 when he was hurt.
They played the first 2 of this series without Cale Makar. MacKinnon put it on net. Smith for Dowd. Lobs it into the corner, hoping for Kolasar. He didn't get it into the corner. And Malinsky sent it into the corner. Kulak and Dorofeev held each other off. Coughlin back at the line. Centering pass by Barbashev. Coughlin puts it right on net. The pass back to the line sends Manson into the neutral zone after it. Nice feed. Here's Brock Nelson. And a glove save by Hart. Couple of shoves from Smith. And it comes straight to Cole Smith. Working on Taves. Forehand stopped by Mackenzie Blackwood. And retreated. Batted in by Burns. Burns +9 in the playoffs. Best among all the Avalanche players. Swept by Barbashev, and then a big center ice hit by Burns to stop Dorofeev. It comes to Barbashev. He has Carlson racing for the net. A one-handed stab at it.
What a play by Carlson here. Barbashev's just going to fling this to the net. One-hand swat. And Mackenzie Blackwood follows this all the way to his body. Carlson's not going to get it as a pass, so he just kind of flings his stick at it, and Blackwood with a terrific...
Good play by Nelson to win the puck. Taves moves it across for Makar, and now Taves, blocker saved by Hart, and that's up into section 4. Burns sidesteps the forechecking of Howden. That one hit Howden and stung him a bit. Turned over to Marner, and a big stop made by Blackwood.
That is a rare
argument from the Vegas bench. 28 on the period. Marner through a crowd. Rebound. Eichel was whacking away. Got knocked
on Eichel's stick. Look how Taves is able to lean on the stick. Give
Marner lots of room. Off to Eichel. Trying to feed it down low. Blocked by Taves. Taves can't clear. And the puck is frozen with 8.8 to go. MacKinnon's shot went wide. More good news for Colorado. Landeskog and MacKinnon, Makar all look healthy. Landeskog, another clean faceoff win. Taves right through the traffic into the midsection of Carter Hart. 22 minutes now. That's not a lot. They stay out of the box. Natchez. Burns touched it off for Nelson, a drive and a stop by Hart. Smith's out in 10 seconds. 1-0 Vegas in the second period of Game 4. Trying to sweep Colorado out of the playoffs. Nelson on the move. Nice moves. Right out in front and stopped again.
The time is starting to dwindle down. Those pucks happen. He's got to find a way to get one to go. just hasn't as yet.
Centering pass by McNabb. Hurdle dropped it back. Eichel sends it toward the net. Intercepted by Burns. And now taken away. Here's Stone. Down low. Backhanded. A beautiful stop.
Vegas starts to shred them. Man, Mark Stone does this a lot. Steals the puck. There's the Hurdle chance that he felt was a penalty. Brent Burns' stick breaks in half. Wow, did call.
Kadri trying to sidestep a check. He could not from Porzak. Here's Dowd. Stopped. They're on the power play for another minute 20. Hurdle threaded it through. Marner down low. And a chance for Dorofeev that wound up behind the net.
The Vegas Golden Knights put on an incredible press. What a great stop on Dorofeev by Blackwood. He gets across. Blocked.
Marner thought about a shot. Sends it toward the net. Not at full volume. Hoping for a tip. Final seconds of this power play. It has 15 seconds. Dorofeev robbed by Blackwood.
As far as he can go, but he's not done. Dorofeev has got another chance.
Taves for Natchez. A drop off for McKinnon. 15 in the period. It's a floating puck out in front. It comes to Makar. Trying to continue what's already been a terrific run, a gold medal for Team USA in February. Here's a nifty move, and the stop by Makar, stopped by Hart.
He got slashed. Well, there he is. There's what he's complaining about as he tries to go low on the glove side. The stick by Hanifin right here catches him in the head.
McNabb the pinch in. Lehkonen trying to work it out. Howden couldn't slide it in deeper. Carlson walks right into the circle. Beautiful pad stop and another. Here's Dowd. Body slam. Manson and Kolesar. Coughlin down low. They score! Tipped in by Cole Smith. 2-0 Vegas.
Cole Smith has ever scored. Dylan Coughlin threads this through. Smith has gotten to the front of the net in front of Nick Waugh. His deflection goes through the legs of Mackenzie Blackwood. Blackwood's playing that puck to go to his left. There's the deflection through the wickets. The fourth line for Vegas.
McKinnon for Makar. Blackwood's heading to the net, to the bench, out of the net. Makar trying to force it to the net front. At the line, Kadri for Natchez. Desperation time. They score. Tipped in out in front. Gabriel Landeskog the goal, and there is life on the Colorado bench. Content to kill the time rather than risk another icing call. Short of the blue line, and he was out of gas. Stone poked it away from Natchez. 20 seconds to go. One last chance for the Avalanche. Kadri couldn't get it in. Makar at his own line. 10 seconds to go. Landeskog stopped by Stone. Eichel sends it in. 3 seconds to go. Vegas goes back to the Stanley Cup final. They sweep the President's Trophy winning Avalanche in the Western Conference Final.
Joy and devastation all in two pictures.
Two months ago, John Tortorella certainly didn't expect to be having that handshake. The proud Avalanche battled to the end. But in the end, they could not get the equalizer in Game 4. And Vegas goes on to the Stanley Cup final for the third time in 9 years in franchise history.
Shocking.
Just the seventh team ever to do that, Ray. And it's harder in this day and age. You know, back in the old days when the Rangers did it, Boston did it, the original Senators did it, there were 6 teams.
Now, this is shocking, Sean, to watch this series be over in 4 games. The season the Avs had, and it all just fizzles away in 10 days.
Nick Waugh, the former Golden Knight, won a cup with them here. Thought he'd be playing for one for Colorado. Mitch Marner in his first year, an enormous difference maker, leading the playoffs in points. The knock on him in Toronto was he faded when it was playoff time.
He had a good hug there with his old teammate Nazem Kadri from the Leafs, and he has been a brilliant performer in these playoffs. And
67-year-old John Tortorella, coaching lifer, wasn't sure if he'd ever get another chance. Was at home taking care of his grandchildren when he got a call from Vegas to come replace a terrific coach in Bruce Cassidy. They're 19-4-1 since, largely because of that man, Carter Hart. Appreciative of the great performance by Blackwood tonight. Hart returned from injury in the second game that Tortorella coached. And as much as Torts deserves credit, Ray, the biggest difference down these last month and a half, nearly 2 months now, is Carter Hart.
Great coaches need great goaltending. They played 24 games under John Tortorella. They are 19-4-1. These two had a long talk right in front of me prior to the team handshake line, and the joy for Tortorella, the disappointment for Jared Bednar. 2 excellent coaches heading in different directions.
Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly will now present the Clarence Campbell Bowl to the Western Conference champion, Vegas Golden Knights. Accepting the trophy is team captain Mark Stone. And the 2025-26 Vegas Golden Knights.
This picture was unlikely not long ago. Back in December and January, they lost 8 out of 9 games. Even with the surge late in the year, they won only 39 games in the regular season. That is the lowest for a team to make the Stanley Cup Finals since 2002, when the Carolina Hurricanes made it to the final round with just 35 regular season wins. They had 26 fewer points than Colorado in the regular season. But here they are, conference champs for the 3rd time in 9 years.
That was a machine-like Western Conference final for the Vegas Golden Knights. Brilliant. Goaltender on out.
Such a surprising struggle for most of the year. But now playing like the team most thought they would be all year, with the return of Carter Hart in goal, the key.
Well, I guess we'll start in the East. The Golden Knights will be the Western Conference champions whenever the East gets their business done.